On today's show, the CUSA tournament is here, and it all comes down to this moment. And conference awards are out. We'll tell you who won what.
Plus, we'll catch up with former Flames catcher Payton Scarbrough, and softball Savanah Whatley tells us why Liberty. You're watching Flame Central.
Ready or not, it's tournament time. Welcome into our Flame Central studios. I'm Emily Austin. Matt Warner is down in Huntsville, Alabama, experiencing the CUSA tourney action firsthand. So thankfully, Rhett McGibbon is here to save the day.
Yeah, happy to do it. Well, as many of you know, both Liberty men and women took the CUSA regular season titles. But this week matters most as we start today's show on the men's side.
Yeah, that's right. It's a huge accomplishment to win the regular season crown, but you're right. Red, if you want to go to the NCAA tournament, it all comes down to the Conference USA tournament. Liberty is just 3 wins away from going back to the big dance, and the Flames did not catch much of a break going up against a tough UTEP squad in the quarterfinal round. This one was a battle early. Colin Porter turning it over, and it's David Terrell Jr. laying it in at the other end to give the Miners an early 4-0 lead. But Liberty would respond. Hello, Caden Matheny. He showed up and drained the triple as this one continued to go back and forth throughout the first half, mainly because UTEP's Devin Barnes, he was absolutely electric, hitting it from downtown, another minor lead. Barnes finished with a team-high 18. But you know, Rhett McGibbon, the truth is told in the second half.
Yes, ma'am.
It was all about Liberty. Zach Cleveland showed up for his own party. He was playing on another level for his 21st birthday. Had a game-high 19. Less than 14 to play. Taylon Peter knocks down back-to-back threes. He had 14 more on him in just a moment. At one point in the second half, Liberty was shooting like 94% from the field.
Crazy.
Nothing was missing. We even got a Caillou appearance late. It ended up being a blowout. Flames win it 81-60 and advance to the semifinal round.
All right, let's hand out some Conference USA awards. The major honor to the men is the highlight for Taylon Peter, who won the CUSA 6th Player of the Year. In conference action, the Flames' leading scorer averaged 16.5 points per game, shot nearly 59% from the field, 45% from three. Peter was also named to the All-Conference third team. Sharpshooter Caden Matheny was also named to the All-CUSA second team, while Zach Cleveland joins Peter with third team honors. And finally, point guard Colin Porter garnered All-CUSA honorable mention. It's interesting, though, let me just dive into this, how Liberty won the regular season, didn't have one player on the first team, and Coach McKay didn't win Coach of the Year. I don't know, who knows?
Oh, Rhett, don't get me started. But anyway, on one hand, I love March and all the madness it brings. On the other hand, I don't love how it comes down to just 1 week of games. I mean, it takes a lot of commitment and hard work to win a regular season conference title. So that's why we felt it was an important topic to discuss with Liberty basketball analyst Paul Nazigan on this week's Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage. What's the significance of a regular season championship, especially with what all Liberty has been through to start the regular season schedule?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of 2 parts. Like, what it means on the court is one thing, but I'm glad you started there because you can't skip over the fact and the job that Coach McKay did this year and the guys did this year. I mean, you talk about going into Conference USA last year and getting adjusted, and then this year, how we saw just how tough it was. Maybe a little bit of a slow start.
Right, 2 and 3, yeah.
To regroup, to lose Enan, formulate a plan, and then just to go all the way to the end and win it. You cannot understate it. It's a huge accomplishment in the 8th or 9th toughest conference in the nation.
Always great to have Naz in the studio. Be sure to check out the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage for all the latest Liberty Athletics coverage. We drop a new hot episode every Monday. I feel like Joe, Matt, and myself are a lot already, but we also bring on an awesome guest as well. Player, coach, analyst, you never know, but I do know you will like it. Check it out by listening on Apple, Spotify, or you can watch it on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel.
Emily, is it just me or is Joe LaCaff asleep on that clip during the podcast? Anyways, this will wake him up. The Lady Flames are red hot heading into the CUSA tournament, winning 15 of their last 16 conference contests. That includes a 19-point beatdown on the notorious top seed this time of year, Middle Tennessee. But we've said it multiple times, that was the regular season. Liberty's focus now is starting the tournament against Sam Houston and beating them. And that's also known as the Bella Smuda block party.
Woo!
First quarter, she had back-to-back blocks. She finished the game with 4. Smuda also added 10 points and 7 rebounds. The Lady Flames led by 8 at the break, and then Asia Boone came alive in the second half. Boone scored 8 in the third quarter alone, finishing with a team-high 16 points. Jordan Hodges gets the steal, and Boone lays it in. But Liberty's depth was the separator in this one. The Lady Flames had 37 bench points to Sam Houston's 4.
Wow.
Emmy Stout and Avery Mills combined 18 points. Mills knocking down the triple to make it 65-38 in the fourth. Liberty goes on to win big, 78-51, advancing to the semifinals.
Great win. Well, Rhett, not much to argue about on the women's side with the CUSA Awards. Bella Smuda is the star of the show for the Lady Flames. She returns to the All-CUSA first team for the second straight season. She was also named to the All-Defensive team. Smuda leads the team in scoring, rebounding, blocks, and double-doubles. Asia Boone and Emma Hess earned spots on the All-CUSA second team. Boone leads LU with 56 triples this season, while Hess has posted 14 double-digit scoring efforts. To round it out, first-year players Avery Mills and Emmy Stout were named to the All-Freshman team. Both have clearly been stellar additions for Liberty this season. Well, we shift gears to the Diamond. Liberty baseball is on the road for its midweek matchups this week, and it's a familiar place for new head coach Bradley LaCroix, Clemson University. Coach LaCroix not only played shortstop for the Tigers, he also spent 15 seasons coaching there. But he'll be in a different dugout for this trip. Game 1 of 2, let's start it off with another former Tiger, Camden Troyer, sending this one out to remind Clemson of his talents. But the Tigers would get the lead, and then the Flames would fight back for a rally in the 8th. But it was too little, too late as Clemson took Game 1 6-4. And then they're number 10 for a reason. The Tigers living up to that ranking in Game 2, taking down the Flames 8-2. One highlight, however, for the Flames was a solo shot by catcher Tucker Moore. The Flames begin their 9-game homestand, the longest of the season, with a 4-game set against Princeton.
We'll stay with baseball for our next story. It's kind of funny how God will take an early passion of ours and place it in the back seat for a period of time, only to bring it back to the forefront years later. That was the story for former Flames catcher Payton Scarbrough. He's no longer playing baseball, but is using the lessons he learned at Liberty on the links today.
Growing up in the time frame that I grew up in, we have Tiger Woods. So every time you turn on the TV, Tiger Woods playing, it's like, that looks fun. Like, he's really good. I want to try that, right? And so, but I never really was afforded the opportunity to do that because I was always in baseball.
Baseball. That was Payton Scarbrough's sport, and he excelled at it. So much so that he earned a Division I scholarship to play at Liberty University.
Payton Scarbrough has had himself a great couple of weeks.
And after his playing career ended, Scarbrough would remain with the Flames as a member of the coaching staff.
You know, my dad was a coach. I looked up to him a lot. I got to see the lives that he got to impact. And it's such a great opportunity to witness and to pour into others and to just help people be the best version of themselves. So I just knew that if I couldn't play it, I would want to coach it or just still be around it. So there was no doubt in my mind it was going to be coaching when I got done playing.
But after serving on the Liberty staff for 2+ years, Scarbrough and his wife Danny began to sense a calling to something different. Not to a job, but to a state.
We got a little inkling in our hearts of like, we should move to Florida. I just felt this calling here, and I never really knew what the calling was. But yeah, we moved down here and it was just like, this is what we're supposed to do. And we did it. We took a leap of faith and it was just, here we are. You know?
Once in Florida, Payton would land a job working in real estate. And yet, he struggled to find purpose.
I was distraught. I was lost because my identity was in something that basically I'd been in for 25, 28 years. I was just at Liberty. I was a baseball player. And basically now I feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it was weird because that same thing that I'd done for 27 years no longer felt like that's what I was supposed to be doing. So I was confused. I'm like, wait a minute. You know, this is what I was supposed to, this is what I've been doing my whole life.
Unsure of what would come next, Payton would take a part-time job at Bonita Bay Club, a local golf course.
So it was just basically for fun because I knew, you know, if you work at a golf course, you know, you got the privileges of working at a golf course. So you could play, you could practice. So I thought, great. I was working outside as a cart guy and just cleaning clubs and interacting with the members and, you know, getting bags or whatever I needed to do.
Until one day when the club's director of instruction said something that would change the course of Payton's life.
Literally one day he comes up and he's like, I think you would be a great PGA professional. Based on your background and everything that you've done so far, you know, you have those skills already in place. He's like, you can learn the golf swing. I can teach you how to teach the golf swing. And I thought, like, when do I start? You know, where do I sign?
Payton would attack the opportunity. The PGA of America gives a time limit of 9 years to complete their series of tests and curriculum. Payton finished it in 11 months. And today, he's still at Bonita Bay Club. But now, he's a PGA professional, focused on teaching the game.
I don't really care too much about the orientation of the body because I want it to be comfortable for you. Really good, really good.
And it turns out his life spent in the game of baseball has prepared him well for this role.
Boom. The preparation, the training, you know, just doing each things in the same way every single day, staying in a routine. You know, there's so many things we could go on and on about. My past baseball experience, coaching. At the end of it, I've been given a tool and I just put it in the tool belt. And it's like, how can I use that experience down the road in the service of someone else?
Looking back, it now makes sense how God was orchestrating it all. And looking forward, it gives Payton confidence to trust his plan.
God kind of picked me up and said, okay, this is the sport you're going to play now. You know, you don't have basically any background. I'm going to put people in your life that can help you. And then that just makes me want to do the same thing to give back. And so I know that God has been in this whole journey with me the entire time, and he will continue to be. So it's kind of liberating for me to not have to worry about what's next, because I know what's next is he will provide, which is great.
I absolutely love this story. You know, if I was a pitcher on the mound, I want a guy like him in the catcher spot. He's so friendly, well-demeanored, and I think if I'm trying to play golf, which obviously, you know, throwing clubs around, I want a guy like him, though, teaching. He's just so friendly. I could see him being excellent at this.
I mean, I think his commitment to become a PGA pro in just 11 months is so incredible. I've been trying to learn this game and learn anything about a golf swing for like the last 15, 20 years. So I might need to go down and get some lessons down there in Florida from Payton.
Absolutely great stuff. Well, hey, we need to take a quick timeout, but when we come back, we'll hear why shortstop Savanah Whatley decided to take her talents to Liberty.
Plus, Rhett names his top athletes of the week. It's warm, hot, and fuego next.
Tucked away in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Lynchburg, Virginia, you'll find us, Liberty University. Here, we pursue excellence in all of our academic endeavors, from anywhere. We fight for victory in our athletic programs and fan the flames with a mighty roar. We equip students with a Christ-centered perspective that changes lives. We are creators, problem solvers, and world changers. But above all of this, we are champions for Christ.
At Liberty University, we understand life can be unpredictable, and when you need a resilient career, your education should withstand any test. So we've made sure the degree you need is within reach by freezing one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation for 8 years and counting, and giving scholarships, discounts, and credit for work you've already done. Because we're proud of what you do. We've done this for over 30 years, and we know how to help. We're here to help you.
So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
Welcome back to Flame Central. There are many reasons why student athletes want to come to Liberty, but it's becoming more and more clear through the years that the mission of this university is a big reason why. The idea of training champions for Christ sits at the top of the list for many transferring athletes. It's a unique place and special place to attend college, but playing your sport for that purpose means so much more, as you'll learn from shortstop Savanah Whatley and her answer to why Liberty.
My name is Savanah Whatley, and I transferred from Oregon State to play on the Liberty women's softball team. I chose Liberty because I wanted something different with my college experience. I had already been at 2 previous schools. I wanted a faith-based community where I could also pursue academics as well as my relationship with the Lord. Liberty's great at surrounding its students with people that are like-minded, but also that are going to challenge you in your faith. On the softball team, we have Coach Dot, who's always preached the Lord comes first in softball, and that was something I'd never really put first, especially in terms of softball. I kind of had them separate, but I've learned here to integrate my faith into my playing and put God first in everything that I do. I think our coaching staff is extremely special. I think there's just not a better group of coaches that complement each other so well. I just think they do a great job, not just softball, but also spiritually, and on the field, they push us just to be the best that we can be. They're never disappointed in us. They always want the best for us. Those are people that we can lean on, and not just in a softball aspect. I think it's also biblically and spiritually. We know if we have any biblical questions, if we have anything going on in life, those are the people we turn to, and any advice we need, it's coming from them. They want us to win, and they know this group is special, and we know that we're special, and we're just trying to get it done and learn from our mistakes and just follow after their lead. This is the best field in the country. All our facilities are amazing. Even on my visit seeing the facilities, I had never realized how big this facility was or how clean and nice and well prepared it always is. All the gear we get, all of the different things, it's just an experience that I hope that every softball athlete gets to have. Coming out of the portal, this is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be around people that were gonna build me up. You just come out, not just a better softball player, not just another athlete, another one of the greats that goes through Liberty, but I think you come out a better person and your well-being's way better.
So happy to have Whatley a part of this program. She's made such an impact on the field. All right, Rhett McGibbon keeping him working today on Flame Central. It's time for WEF, Warm, Hot, and Fuego. You know it's going to be a fun one because Matt Warner is in here. Emily Austin is taking over. Rhett, do we have a theme?
That's actually part of my theme. It's things to do when your boss is away in the office area.
Why are we here?
Number one, and you being with child here, this is a great one, napping.
Napping.
Take a little office nap. I don't know if I've never tried. No, I'm just kidding. We're warm here. Tucker Moore, let's get things going here. Baseball team, this guy coming over the series against Central Michigan. The Mizzou transfer really came to life. 2 runs, 5 hits, 8 RBI, all against Central Michigan. And the offense had kind of quieted down a little bit for this baseball team, but against the Chippewas, it came to life. They just took them to the woodshed, you would say it, put it that way. And Moore was a big part of that. Great to see this team get going now. I know they had a couple of tough ones against Clemson, but hopefully will get things going again against Princeton.
Yeah, and you have to think what this team has been able to accomplish in its first year under Coach LaCroix. Still pretty impressive.
Huge.
All right, what else can we do when the boss is away for hot?
All right, we used to have that basketball net around here. You remember the office basketball you can play? Yeah,
we do that. Sometimes hockey. Remember we played a little hockey in the office?
That is true. Javon Moffmer, though, is my hot athlete. Secret sauce to victory. When you go in that UTEP game and you look at it, you got Cleveland with 19, which is great. Matheny, 16. Peter had 14. But if you can get Moffmer putting in 12 points, and then the icing on the cake. You remember the old Richie McKay dance when he came in and did this? That classic thing. He will be dancing if he can get 6 rebounds as well from Moffmer. That was a great game for him. Again, kind of in a tertiary scoring position. Well, did you like that word? Yeah, coming in there, you don't really need it, but you're really sitting pretty if you can get double-digit points from a guy like him in this tournament. So hopefully he can continue that, and by next week, we're talking about the Flames going dancing, but that would be a big key.
He's been shooting the ball well, too. All right, let's end things with Enfuego. We all going out to lunch for what, like 3 hours?
Oh, no, this was another game. It's going to be softball.
I don't do that,
Yeah, and I was just thinking, this would not be a good one to do when you're pregnant, but you could take the office chairs and spin them like when you put your head against a bat.
I don't need to do that. I'm already spinning.
Exactly. But here, let's talk about Alexia Carrasquillo. This young lady coming in, a catcher. She's a true freshman. She's got a great backstory and was highly regarded at a young age in the softball world. And her last 2 games where she's really gotten some looks, listen to this, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and a ton of smiles. She's a character out there. This girl has got some quick hands. Like it was a rise ball, and I'm thinking, okay, most players are just going to take that as a ball or maybe an upper zone strike. Homegirl just gets the hands on it, boom, it's out, it goes yard. She has been terrific, a ton of fun to watch, and they've got a special one in her.
Those Lady Flames still ranked in the top 25. Good to see. Great job as always, Rhett. Thanks for your time. Hey, much more Flame Central to come right after this quick break. We put Liberty Softball on the hot seat and some amazing news worth celebrating. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
Being a parent and helping your kids through school, it's not exactly easy. I mean, there's waking up at 5 a.m., the morning routine, helping with homework, sitting in traffic. You get it. What if there was a way you could get your kids a quality Christian education where they can work at any pace, any time, from anywhere? School that works for your schedule and frees your kids to keep doing what they love. Well, that's exactly what we do. LUOA, school that goes where you do. A college degree is more than a diploma. It's taking control of your future and finding that next step. At Liberty University, we not only care about your career, we also care about your calling. And we want to help you learn, develop, and grow so you can make an impact as a champion for Christ. Over 600 online programs, one you, infinite possibilities.
friends, welcome back to the show. You know, here at Flame Central, it's all about balance. We have those serious, emotional features, but we also like to have some fun.
And one place we're guaranteed to get some laughs and interesting answers is on the hot seat. It's Liberty softball's turn, and this time we're wondering if you could have any animal as a pet, what would it be?
If I could have any animal as a pet, it would probably be an ostrich.
I think I would want to have a llama as a pet.
I would definitely have a pet tiger if I could have a pet.
My dream is to have a tiger.
I grew up in Tennessee, so there's like a llama farm near me.
I don't really know why. I just think it's kind of cool, kind of fierce.
I would just love to have a llama as a pet. They're pretty chill.
I used to be obsessed with ostriches, and I don't know why. They're just so fun. I mean, they're a little scary, but I just really like them.
Spit on people I don't like, I guess.
A horse. I love horses. I want one. I'm gonna get one when I have enough money.
I could have any animal as a pet.
Oh my gosh, like a little like monkey or a duck.
A gazelle. A gazelle reminds me of myself. I feel like it would be me in animal form.
A deer, a pet deer.
I always see these Instagram reels and like these people have like pet monkeys and they like just like, oh, they look so cute.
It's skinny and long and it's super fast.
And I'd want to raise it so it could get really big.
You know, always running away from conflict.
And then my dad could kill it.
Tiger. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, that girl likes her venison. Hey, we're about out of time, but before we go, we've got some great news to share with you.
Yes, we do. It's definitely worth celebrating. Back in football season, we shared assistant strength and conditioning coach Jacob Saunier's powerful story. Back in 2019, he was diagnosed with cancer, actually had half of his tongue removed. Well, this week, Jacob had his annual appointment and found out he remains cancer-free. He wrote on this yellow heart, Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous. Jesus is with you. He also wrote, praying for you all. Thanked the doctor who saved his life and ended it with 6 years cancer-free. If you missed that entire story, be sure to check it out, libertyflamecentral.com.
Yeah, make sure you check out the podcast as well. It's coming up Monday. Big news will be there. She's Emily. I'm Rhett. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you back here next week.
Does education mean a room with 4 walls, a desk, and a PowerPoint lecture?
Or is it something bigger?
What if it's the people beside you, 1 chair away or 1 ocean away?
What if it's the chance to learn from your mistakes, as well as your victories?
And the push to keep going either way.
What if it's the freedom to reach for bigger things without missing the little ones in between?
For each of us, education looks a bit different.
Because we're each a bit different.
But at Liberty, we think education might just mean something big enough for all of us. That's Liberty to us.
What will Liberty be to you?